Cardano to rally 6x to over $10. Your next buy zones for Cardano and Cardano's subtle advantages over Ethereum. That's what we're going to talk about today, because today, Friday, June 20th, Cardano has passed its all-time high that was made in May. That means that Cardano is in its price discovery mode. The next stop, no one knows. So today we're really going to look into the details of what experts are saying and why one expert who is a trader thinks that Cardano might go over 600%. Will that happen? Well, we're going to talk about that in this video, and this little advantage that nobody really talks about during these couple of days of the bull run for Cardano. So if you haven't already, please be sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and now let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, so let's take a look at TradingView. Let's take a look at the day's range. So the highest it went today was 257. You could just round that up to 258. That was made right here at that point. Guys, take a look at this. So if we take our ruler tool and take it from here at around July 21 and take it all the way to the top where it is, that is 150% gain since last July. Around this date on July 20th, that's 150% gain on Cardano over the last month. I want to remind you that these gains are really exciting right now, but not too long ago in May, Cardano actually dropped more than 100% along with the entire crypto market by over 100%. But with significant improvements, that is the smart contracts that is aiming to be rolled out by September 12th, there is renewed interest in ADA. But for me, I really think that there is just more new dumb money that is coming into Cardano. Remember, people buy into the hype, and there is a lot of hype with Cardano right now, with the news about Cardano Alonso and the coming out of smart contracts. But you know, there's also a lot of new people that are new to DeFi who doesn't even know what that means. They most likely heard about Cardano from some guy in a Facebook group and then they bought in. Remember, the market moves in emotional waves, and those that bought in recently, they are probably making some gains and feeling very, very euphoric right now. But of course, we know that there is probably going to be a retracement or pullback soon, because nothing goes up indefinitely other than the amount of US dollars. So really, Cardano is really leading the pack. In terms of gains, Cardano is leading the pack ahead of Bitcoin and Ethereum and reaching a new all-time high before those two big assets. And really, for me, I really think that we can expect these daily gains in Cardano until smart contracts come out with the Alonso upgrade on September 12th. So why are smart contracts important? Well, right now, you really can't do much on Cardano. But once smart contracts get added to the Cardano network, that will bring significant value by exploding the use cases that will be possible on the Cardano blockchain. And this is especially so for DeFi or decentralized finance, because it allows developers to build apps, to bring dApps, and to bring DeFi services to the Cardano network. And these smart contracts will make Cardano Ethereum's biggest competitor. Now, smart contracts won't just bring DeFi to the Cardano ecosystem. It'll also bring about NFTs, which is also a huge hype right now. And what's good about that is because Cardano's fee structure is much less inexpensive than the fee structures in Ethereum in order to mint NFTs or to do any action for that matter. We're gonna roll back to what I first said in the start of this video. What does Cardano have that Ethereum doesn't? And there's this subtle advantage that is mentioned, but not too mentioned by the people on the YouTubes. Now, most of us know that Cardano is proof of stake, which means that it is less energy intensive than Ethereum when it comes to processing transactions. Alright, that's all cool. But anyways, there's this one other thing that has not been mentioned, and that thing is called sharding. Cardano has sharding implemented, which is something that Ethereum is working on now, but not released yet. And this sharding makes it so that Cardano can process way more transactions than Ethereum can. In fact, they say that Cardano with sharding is able to process more transactions than Visa, which does 65,000 transactions per second. This is a game changer. This is the major subtle advantage that Cardano has over Ethereum. All right, let's talk about this 604% Cardano rally that a top trader predicts. Now, 604% is 6x, and that is a long ways to go. So this closely followed crypto trader says he wouldn't be surprised if Cardano ADA explodes 604% from current prices in a matter of months under one condition. Kaleo tells his 353,000 followers that if Bitcoin and Ethereum price action continues trending upwards as many predicts, Cardano will follow suit in a big way. Alright, so taking a look at CoinGecko, we can see that Ethereum has a market cap of 383 billion, whereas Cardano is basically 80 billion. Now 6x of that, we take 80 times 6, which gives us $480 billion. That's for the market cap if Cardano goes to $12, let's say. Now I'm not going to say that won't happen because anything can happen in crypto. It's just that the probability of that happening right now in the many months coming in is very low. I don't see Cardano replacing Ethereum at number 2 anytime soon. So that's something that I wouldn't put my whole house on, let's say. Now I just want to repeat the basic rule of thumb that the prices of the alt market tend to follow the price movements of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So when you see Bitcoin rise, then you can expect all the altcoins to rise as well. What is that saying? A rising tide lifts all boats? That's what happens. Bitcoin's basically the tide. However, here's the catch. The catch is that you probably won't see as huge of a rise in the altcoins as compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I know some of the folks in my comments have said that they've been seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum making major movements, whereas the alts that they're holding aren't moving at all. And that's because when Bitcoin and Ethereum rises after a big dip, following a big dip, money typically flows from the alts back to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, besides ADA, Calio also has an eye on a couple of under-the-radar altcoins. First up is Helium, a decentralized network for Internet of Things devices. The project is building its own blockchain by incentivizing users to mine HNT with its easy-to-use hotspot miners. According to Calio, Helium's fundamentals are looking ideal. Time to start paying attention to HNT again, a project I've been paying attention to for several months that finally looks ready to make a move higher. Solid fundamentals plus a growing network plus bull market equals price discovery. Guys, if you haven't checked out my Helium HNT video right there, then please check it out because this is something you don't want to miss out on. Now, I just got into a contract with Noble IoT company, which leases these hotspot miners for HNT. And they leased me one to mine with while my own hotspot miners from Bobcat Miner are being manufactured. I think I'm like on order number 1 million something, and so far it seems like they shipped only 200,000. So I got a while to wait. So check out the description or the pinned comment below for a link, because if there's a link, then I've tested out Noble IoT and found that they are legit, and that'll lead you to how you can get involved with it yourself to make some passive income. Like, listen, you guys, I am your guinea pig. I test out everything myself before I recommend it to you. So literally there's like no risk to you. But do make sure to subscribe because I really think that HNT is the biggest no-brainer investment right now, and not a lot of people know about it. That aside, a surprising fact you might like to know is that Cardano has skyrocketed more than 1,300% this year, making it the best performing top 5 cryptocurrencies compared to the returns of 1,030% for Binance Coin, 330% for ETH, and 59% for Bitcoin. So lastly, let's briefly touch upon Ethiopia. So Cardano has been assisting Ethiopia's Ministry of Education with the goal of building a blockchain-based application that is a universal student credentialing system that is slated for Q3 of 2021. LHK team demonstrated that the project will allow admins to create tamper-proof educational records across 3,500 schools. That is 750,000 teachers interacting with the blockchain data of 5 million students on the Cardano ecosystem, which is expected to be around September, October, which coincides with the release of smart contracts on Cardano. Now that's a different story, but this is good for Ethiopia and their higher education system because their system is actually troubled with corruption that favors certain people, and it also has a lot of misappropriation of resources. IOHK's system will facilitate student-teacher records, allowing for the digital verification of grades and the remote monitoring of school performance. So what we see is that Ethiopia is trying for something that they really need in the States, because do you know that 21% of adults in America are actually illiterate? They can't read or write. And the Ethiopian government plans to equip students and teachers with tablet computers that are connected to the national internet network because they have such poor internet connection over there. And a side note, this is exactly what HNT or Helium does. It solves poor internet connectivity problems. And the 78% of Ethiopians that lives in the rural areas, they can really use this. And lastly, they're going to test this to K-12 students before actually tackling the higher education system. So the US still has time to catch up. Will they though? I don't think so, because while Ethiopia is investing into their educational system, what we're doing is Biden is saying, all right, we're going to forgive all your loans. So recently he just forgave what, like $5.8 billion worth of student loans. I mean, if someone makes the decision to take out a loan for their education, that is their problem. That's not the taxpayer's problem. That's their stupid choice to go pay for a piece of paper at maybe $200,000 for a history degree. That's their problem because they never thought, is this going to get me a job at the end of the day? Guys, so let's take a look at the technicals, maybe find some buy zones if there are any. But anyways, I drew a fib from the bottom here to the top because it is really right here actually where we took off, because at this point that is when we really started hiking up. We spent a little time here in between the zones of $2.04 and $2.16 because you saw that little chop here of it trying to bounce from resistance and support until it finally really broke out here. It broke out and it never stopped. The 0.5 and 0.618, which is the golden ratio, there is nothing holding us there. So I'm not even going to depend on that. These two zones just gotta go. All right, so really what I'm looking for the next support, if it takes a dive, which I think it will, is $2.16 because it's been chopping here for a little bit of time over here. You can see that it hit the resistance a couple times before being pushed back down until it finally broke through here on August 19th, which was yesterday. And you can see that this price has been in this zone for a little while from the 17th of August to the 13th. So for 4 days, it's been chopping in here. So this is a zone for support. So if I see price, you can see that it's just full green candles here that's rising up to the top. It has to come back down. That's what I think. It has to retrace, consolidate, test this point again, 216, and then it'll probably take off again. So really, we did hit an all-time high, but it looks like right now what's happening is we are retracing back down to see whether we really belong at these prices. So right now, there are no buys unless the next buys you want to get into, if you're really itching to buy, is between the prices of 216 and 204. That is what I'm looking at on this 1 hour chart. All right, guys, there you have it. There's your explanation of your next buy zones for Cardano, whether Cardano can 6x from the current price, and the subtle advantage that Cardano has over Ethereum. Now, if you've enjoyed today's content, then please be sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you next time. Peace!